In this assignment, we're going to get started in Scratch. We're going to delete the default. We're going to add two different parrots. We're going to make the parrot step forward on the green flag. We're going to change the background and type your name on the background, and also change the background color when we press the green flag. Don't worry, we're not resetting it back to the beginning yet. This is just a getting started video. You're going to use Screencastify, which is a plugin for Chrome. So make sure you use Chrome for this activity. And then you will record the video and turn it in. Do make sure it gets turned in on time. Every assignment has some points for getting it done on time. Also, it is called Scratch for a reason. I do recommend that you have a scratch pad with a pencil so that you can take notes about the things that you do, because every programmer needs to take notes as they work. So now we are in Scratch. Just want you to notice that when you click on your name in the top right hand corner and you go to My Stuff, that is where your projects will show up. I'm going to create a new project, and you need to also. Now, if the Flash window comes up, you may have to say that you want to enable Flash. Now, I'm going to number this, and we already know that this is assignment 602, so I'm just going to call this project 602. It's up to you what you want to name it, but you don't want them all just named project, because you want to know what it is. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to add a new sprite. You can see down here, and we can insert a new sprite from library. We can paint a new sprite. We can upload a new sprite, or you can actually download something from Google and upload it as long as you have permission for that. We'll talk about licensing later. Or you can do a new sprite from camera. So if I actually wanted to take a picture here today, I could take a picture and put it in there. Now, it can be a little bit of a pain to cut the background out, but that is doable. Of course, you can email yourself things and then put those into your game as well. So right now, we're going to insert a parrot. So I clicked the insert. I'm going to click Animals. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to insert a parrot. We're going to do Parrot 1. Okay. And now I can move him over to the side. Now we want to delete the sprite. Now I want you to notice that the two different sprites are down here. I'm going to right-click and delete that first sprite. Now we want to insert Parrot 2. So we go here to New Sprite. We have all of our options, but I'm going to click Choose Sprite from Library. I'm going to go to Animals. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to insert Parrot number 2 and click OK. Now, I want you to notice that there is I'm going to move him a little bit. You've got the X and Y coordinates of wherever your mouse is. So if I've got my parrot here, I can figure out where the X and Y coordinates of the mouse. The only thing that can be tricky is that when I click, I'm going to click on Parrot 1, and when I click up here, you can see there's scripts. Scripts are code we kind of build like Legos. We snap it all together. And on the scripts, you can see all the different types of options that we will be doing. We can click on Costumes, and you can see here that I have two costumes here. Zoom in, and I'm not going to move him right now, but there is a little bitty plus. If I was going to draw a new sprite, you can see this little square. This is the center. So that is where the X and Y coordinate is talking about. Sometimes you have to move your sprites a little bit, and I'll show you more about that later. It can be tricky. We're not quite ready to do that yet. So I'm going to click back on my parrot, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I am kind of zoomed a little. And so there's three things in our project area. You can see this is attached to the first parrot. This is attached to the second parrot. And I don't really have another sprite here. I was just looking at that, so I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now I am going to make a command. So I am on the first parrot. You can see when I moved him, it selected him. And I'm going to say when he is clicked, I am going to have a motion, and I am going to move him 10 steps. Now I want to go to Parrot 2, and when Parrot 2 has an event of having it clicked, the green arrow clicked, I want to have motion, but this one I am going to move let's just say 8 steps. So I can see now that when I click the green, I've got my red is moving a little tiny bit faster than my blue. Now right now, don't let it go off your canvas because we don't have a trigger for moving it back yet. So I'm just going to move these back manually, and I've moved the steps. Now I want to change the background. So if you look right here, we have our stage, and see, look, these look very similar to these right here, right? The only difference is the first one looks like a picture and that first one looks like a sprite. So this first one, the little screen tip pops up. I can choose a background from library. I can draw a background. I can upload a background, or I can take a picture and let that be my background. So I'm going to click here on new background, and we are going to have these parrots at a party. So I am looking for the party scene right there with the balloons, and I'm going to say okay. So I've now changed the background, and I can move these little fellows around. And we've got scripts that we can attach to our background. So when I click events, I am going to actually change the look of this background. And I am going to say to change the color effect by 25. Okay. Now I'm not setting it back to the original. I could, if I wanted to, set it back to the original, but right now I'm just going to change the color effect by 25. So now when I click this, you can see that the color is changing on me. Okay. So we're going to type our name on the background now. So I'm going to click on backdrop, clicking here, clicking the T, and I am going to type. And I can change the color. Okay. So now, when I click back, obviously I've changed the color a little bit. Now I am ready to record and turn this in. So how do I do that? Well, I am going to Google screencastify.com, and first I'm going to add to Chrome. Now once I've added it to Chrome, I am going to, so now it's added up here to the top, and you do want it to record to your Google account. So I'm going to go back to my project, and I am going to go ahead and make sure that I have clicked save. It looks like it has automatically saved. I can also do file save now, make sure that it has saved. I'm not sure why my title bar hasn't changed, but it probably should have. I'm going to go back to scripts, and I want to now turn this into my teacher. I want to show my teacher that I have coded correctly. So I'm going to click on Screencastify, and I'm just going to record my desktop. I'm going to hit record. Now, if you don't have audio on your headset, that's okay. It would be nice to have it, but if you don't, I won't be able to hear you, so you could turn your microphone off. But I'm going to hit record. I'm going to take the entire screen. I'm going to hit share.
3, 2, 1.
Now I'm going to click the green button and demonstrate that this works. The other thing that I can do is I can also click on my Parrot and show this code. I can click on Parrot 2, show this code, and I can click on my backdrop and show this code. When I am done, I'm going to click Stop Sharing. Now I'm going to click the green button and demonstrate that this, okay? And you can see that it has been uploaded to my Google Drive. I'm going to click Copy Link, and that will be the link that I turn in to Google Classroom. Now you can see that we have deleted the default sprite, we have added 2 parrots, we have made them step forward on the green flag, we have changed the background and typed our name on the background. We have also changed the background color on the green flag. We are using Screencastify to record the video, and hopefully we're going to turn it in on time. Congratulations, if you've done all this, you're through with assignment 602.